For those of you that follow English sparkling wine producers, you will have seen that we are starting to go through the process of Veraison right now. That means berries are starting to change color. Pinot Noir and Pinot Meunier take on their dark-skinned color, and Chardonnay heads from bright green to a more golden color. That's a really important part, a really important milestone in the growing season. This is when also sugar and flavor accumulation really starts to develop in the grapes as they head towards ripeness. For us, the Veraison period is when we begin the maturity sampling of the grapes. That means going out into the fields and collecting samples to measure sugar and acidity. First round for us will be on August 30th, just after the bank holiday, in a very restricted way. This is the first sampling round just to get a marker and see how we compare to other years. And then as we go on, week by week, we'll be taking a very comprehensive set of samples. Acidity will be coming down, sugar will be going up, and when both of those reach a certain threshold, particularly when the acidity is low enough, that's a trigger for the next step of evaluation, which is tasting the grapes and tasting the juice. It's really important, if you're aiming for the very best quality, that the grapes are flavor ripe. They should taste delicious. Harvesting for sparkling wine is not just a matter of measuring sugar and acidity, and when the numbers say it's okay, you go ahead. Flavor is a big part of the story. We just use the acidity, the titratable acidity it's called, and the accumulating sugar to say, now you're in an interesting range where tasting becomes relevant. There's no point tasting grapes from that first round on August 30th, because you'd just be crunching through very firm berries. An interesting point about Veraison, it officially starts when you're walking through the rows and you see that some berries have started to change color, but we call it complete when 80% of the vines from a parcel are at least 50% through the color change. There are maybe other metrics that other people use. I don't think it's effective to call Veraison complete when 100% of the berries have changed, because you could end up waiting a very long time for the very last berry on the very last vine to go through its color change. Using our system, we know that it's around a month from when Veraison is complete until harvest date, with a little bit of wiggle room there, because what happens from Veraison through to harvest is so dependent on the weather, even more so than any other time in the rest of the season. So even though it seems that 2022 growing season has gone well up to now, it's all still to play for, and far too early to be making any calls on the potential for the season.